So I finished watching the 13th episode of the third and final season of Star Wars The Bad Batch, the episode being called Into the Breach. Now, there will be spoilers in this review, so if you would like to avoid spoilers, I have my spoiler-free review linked in the description and in the cards. But just to recap, it's another great episode with some high action scenes, but also some nice tense moments as well. This isn't really a spoiler, so I did include it in my spoiler-free review, but the Bad Batch are trying to figure out how to rescue Omega, and Omega is trying to figure out how to escape. That is kind of an obvious thing to conclude, doesn't really give away anything, but how they go about it all, that is the spoilers. I'm going to end with the Omega stuff because I think it's more impactful and I want you guys to watch to that point. So let's talk about what is going on with Hunter, Wrecker, and Crosshair, and Admiral Rampart, Vice Admiral Rampart. Well, he's actually given a captain's uniform in this episode, so now he's Captain Rampart? Not really, but he's been demoted to prisoner, so this is actually a promotion for him again. But let me explain. So, in order to get the coordinates for Tantiss, they have to infiltrate the station that is used as a waypoint for every ship traveling to Tantiss. Basically, the ship's stuck there, they're inspected, blah blah blah, and then they're given the coordinates to Tantiss. And this is in the orbit of Coruscant. And of course, we have an Imperial station there, and I gotta say, I get some vague Ralph McCoy concept art vibes, since the Imperial construction dome that we saw above Geonosis, the station is a very similar design to it, which in his original concept art, which was actually designed for, I believe, the Death Star, but was in orbit of the Imperial capital planet, which now is Coruscant, but I believe it's called something else back then. But that's just a neat little thing there vibe I picked up on. But basically, the Bad Batch, they have to strip their armor to plain so they can blend in better, and then they give Rampart a captain's uniform, which he complains about because he was a vice admiral. But no, they do figure it out somewhat. They got a snag. There is a science ship leaving, so that's good. However, this is the catch. The coordinates are not uploaded until the ship has already left the station. And it's uploaded directly to the nav computer, so there's a good chance nobody on the crew knows where Tantiss is exactly. But don't worry, they come up with a different plan. Echo sneaks aboard. Oh yeah, by the way, Echo has rejoined the Bad Batch for this episode after they rendezvous at that former Cameron colony from the previous seasons. So nice to see that come back and being used. But regardless, he sneaks aboard, he disables the proximity sensors so they can literally attach their ship to the underbelly of the science vessel. And Rampart is he's just like going along with this because he's trying to get his freedom. I'm still waiting for him to betray the Bad Batch at some point. He's going to do it. Maybe once he's on Tantiss, but that won't go well for him. I guarantee it won't go well. But he hasn't done so yet, but he's adding some nice conflict to the story. But now, let's talk about what Omega's doing. She makes friends with the other kids. Jax. Why is Jax the only name I can remember? The troublemaker. Eva is the other one that Emmy has given Omega's star to. And that tells Omega that Emmy is willing to bend some rules, because she finds out from Eva that she got the doll from Emmy. So that tells Omega something. And Omega, she's already formulating her plans of escape. In some ways, it is kind of reminiscent of the prison arc in Andor, including one of the shots of Tantiss from a direct top-down view, which we did get for the prison on Makina 5 in Star Wars Andor. But she's already formulating her escape. She gives them hope by telling the other kids that she's escaped before. She is already working on plans. She pickpockets a medical tool so she can use to access the hatch where the droids put their blood samples. She's formulating her plan. That something is quite obvious. And she's already planning on getting the kids out. Of course, she is also probably formulating on, okay, how am I going to rescue all the clones here as well? She's already saying that, but she may not be telling the other kids that just because, she doesn't want to maybe overburden them, because I could see her thinking like that. And also she doesn't want them panicking, because let's be real, she can tell they're dejected, very much like Crosshair was. But these kids are already more willing to jump aboard an escape plan than Omega is. Well, Omega, having escaped once before, knows a bit about how to escape Tantiss, so that helps her as well. And with the Bad Batch coming, it's going to all come in together. Now, the only question is, how is Rex and his band of clones going to help during all this? Because we know they are going to do so. But I guess we just have to wait till the next episodes for that. But I gotta say, this is a great episode. I really love the character beats. I love Omega making friends with the other kids and getting them in on her escape attempt. One of the scientists even comments to Emery Carl that it's probably not so wise putting Omega in there. She tells the other scientists that she's the chief scientist. She knows what she's doing. I think she does know what she's doing. I think she knows that Omega will try to escape no matter what. So she probably justified it to Dr. Hemlock by saying it's better security in there. But potentially, in back of her head, she's not really acknowledging it with herself yet. But I think she wants Omega to escape again. I do think so. But she's not ready to acknowledge it to even herself. So I think it's her subconscious influencing her conscious to make a decision that will actually make it easier for Omega to escape. We'll get into a lot of psychology stuff, but Omega is going to find the right buttons to press, and Emery will probably be all in on it. Hopefully. I could be totally wrong with that. But we'll save that for a future speculation video. But in the meantime, I would love to hear your thoughts on Into the Breach in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching my video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a like and share. Also, consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date on my latest content. You can also stay up to date on my content by following me on social media. I have a link tree down in the description which has all my social media links on it. Additionally, if you would like to support the channel, you can become a channel member and get early access to all my videos. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. May the Force be with you always.